2019 will be in Toronto, Canada, June 24th through 28th. This will be at the Metro Toronto Convention Center in downtown Toronto. With us today are John Anschutz, the conference chair, Helen McNabb, the conference planner, and me, Julian Williams, the manager of membership, marketing, and communications. Again, this is being recorded. The slides and recording will be available after. What is Rehab Week? It's a gathering of rehab engineering and assistive technology conferences, all taking place in one large setting. Each conference has its own tracks with workshops and other sessions, and you're free to attend all of them. This will include all of the RESNA conference events, the instructional courses that Rehab Week calls workshops, the traditional traditional RESNA workshops and symposia, paper platforms, poster platforms, the student design competition, the developer showcase, and the exhibit hall. This is more content and more diversity of content. Why attend Rehab Week? What really stands out is the opportunity for cross-disciplinary and interprofessional collaboration. The collaboration will allow assistive technology professionals, rehab engineers, social workers, rehab counselors, OTs, PTs, speech language pathologists, audiologists, the opportunity to be better at their specialty while learning more about the overall community. This is RESNA's annual conference joining Rehab Week. And it's also a chance to amplify the RESNA conference, provide the regular RESNA attendee a chance to stretch their minds by checking out presentations they wouldn't typically find at the RESNA conference, while also being at the RESNA conference. Overall, this is the content that you're used to seeing and exposure to new content. The key point is that you identify yourself as a RESNA member when you register. With this, RESNA conference attendees can proudly represent our organization. How to register? Again, remember, register as a 100% RESNA attendee. For the best value, make sure you're a member. If you need to join or renew your membership, you can go to resna.org/membership. Once you register, remember to get the following things: your passport, and below you'll see the dates and prices for that, whether a new passport or renewing your passport. You should do this by May 13th on a regular turnaround, and by June 3rd for an expedited turnaround. So remember to join, remember your passport, remember to register, and register by April 15th. That's the early bird registration deadline. At the top of the page, you'll see a registration link. Again, when you have this PowerPoint, you can click that link, or you can go directly to rehabweek.org/registration. You'll see the table below that lists the prices. The most apt are on the second column under the early bird. For RESNA members, that would be $680 US. And below that, you'll see non-members, student, day pass, so on and so on. When you register, there are a number of steps. This is broken down individually, but you should choose a new registration, enter your contact information, enter RESNA in the member ID field, and you'll fill in the personal information, contact information that will register you for the conference. This will also include selecting a password, and you can select passes for workshops or for additional nights, like the Rehab Week night social event and the Friday lab and clinic visits. These are an additional fee and will be available in your cart. Once you register, remember to get a hotel. Rehab Week does not pick one hotel, but has a booking portal that has a listing of all hotels near the convention center in downtown Toronto. At the convention center, there are courtesy wheelchairs available on a first-come, first-served basis provided by guest services. You can find the contact information at the bottom of this page, along with the link to the convention center's accessibility features page. Again, the link for the hotel and travel is available, and RESNA has added a listing of accessibility guidelines, local features, travel options that all include accessible features. This is regarding the Convention Center, the City of Toronto, the Province of Ontario, the airport, both airports in the region, public transportation, which includes from the airport to downtown, higher transportation, such as taxi cabs, van services, and wheelchair service and repair, and tourist locations that have accessible features as well. Here is the RESNA-specific schedule. I'm going to let Helen take over.
Thank you, Julian. As Julian noted, the RESNA conference is a part of the Rehab Week, and if you will, the normal, regular scheduled RESNA-specific events will be a part of this conference as well. The enhancement, as Julian also mentioned, is that there'll be additional plenaries and additional opportunities for networking, since it's a larger pool of individuals. The fundamentals course that RESNA offers is open for all to attend, and that, as you may well know, has an additional fee, but that's scheduled for pre-conference days, so Sunday and Monday. There will be some standard and committee meetings that will take place also on Sunday and Monday before the actual conference dates. The RESNA board meeting typically takes place during the conference, and that is scheduled. The RESNA workshops and what are scheduled for the conference dates of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and there's 2 time sessions, a morning session and an afternoon session, where 6 different workshops sponsored by RESNA will be offered. You see the times there, 10:30 to 12, and then 4 to 5:30. Those are following the morning and afternoon plenary sessions. RESNA's business meeting will take place Tuesday evening, 5:30 to 6:30, and Wednesday and Thursday morning we also have scheduled a PSG and SIG meetings first thing in the morning. The student design competition will be a part of the Rehab Week 2019, and that is open to all to participate. The application process just closed this last Friday, but the judging will take place on Wednesday and Thursday, and that, while it's open to everyone, is really being powered and directed by the RESNA leaders, Emma and Sung-hee, who usually manage that. We will also have a developer showcase, as we've had in past RESNA conferences, and that will take place Wednesday morning from 8:45 to 10:45, and then Thursday will be the awards recognition portion of the developer showcase. One back note there on the RESNA workshops, those are open, as you see there, for all conference attendees to attend. If you're interested, so other folks from other specific conferences can attend those as well. Next slide. This is the detailed program that outlines Rehab Week in picture format. So you see day 1 is the pre-conference day. For the workshops, the Rehab Week workshops, which is what traditionally RESNA has referred to as instructional courses, which require an additional fee for the instructional courses, but that's on the first day. And then you see organized for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, a similar format with morning and afternoon plenaries that are outlined there, as well as the poster judging, viewing and judging, and then the developer showcase viewing and judging on Wednesday. Thursday, it's worth noting that also we have, well, Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning, there's some panel discussions, and RESNA's panel discussion is the last one there on Thursday morning, and Dan Cochran on our team is organizing and moderating that particular panel discussion. Thursday afternoon is the RESNA Colin McLaren lecturer, Jeff Fernie, who will be presenting on his topic there. Following that, as a part of closing, will be the awards, which there'll be some awards presented for the student design competition, and then some awards and recognition for the developer showcase. You see also some entertainment items. There's an opening welcome reception on Monday night, and then there is a Rehab Week gala night, which will take place at the CN Tower, and I believe that has an additional fee for that particular gala event. Coffee breaks will have not just coffee and tea, but we'll have some snacks with that as well, and lunch is provided for all the days you see listed there. Friday's schedule is an opportunity for people, if they're interested, to register to visit local labs at the universities or clinic visits, and there's 4 that are outlined on the rehab website. There's a nominal fee for that, and the reason behind the nominal fee is just to ensure that folks, if they sign up, that they go, so that just as a way to confirm people. Next slide. Julian, next slide. Thank you. You see here is a outline of the specific Rehab Week workshops, the instructional courses for the Monday. More information in detail you can find on the Rehab Week website. They are broken down and color-coded there. You see on the bottom, assistive technology is the red stripes there. General topics are in the yellow boxes, so there's a little key on the bottom to help navigate that. Next slide. This is the outline of the panel discussions that I mentioned earlier, and the RESNA one is, I think, on the next slide, please. Well, the RESNA one is on the Thursday morning. Here's a list of the clinic and lab visits that we mentioned earlier. These are Friday at the local clinics or hospitals or universities. It gives the time and approximate visits, an hour and a half for each of those. Next slide. Julian, did you want to talk about this?
Yes. So takeaways and one additional item. There is a Canadian member RESNA discount. For new members who are Canadians, they can join RESNA for $150 Canadian, which is about a 25% discount for membership. This will lead you to join us at the conference. Hopefully you'll join us in June. And when you do register, you'll get that early bird early bird member registration fee. Remember to register April 15th, 2019. That'll be a Monday. And remember to register 100% RESNA. The next person is going to be John Anschutz, who's going to go into more of the content of the presentations.
Great, thank you, Julian. RESNA has pre-conference workshops that we've got some great new content, and you know, all of the information and for the specific presentations are linked to the RESNA website and the Rehab Week website. I'll highlight 3 different sessions on the pre-conference side. There are many others, and you're welcome to visit presentations from any conference, even though we ask you to register 100% RESNA. So one title is Individualized Assessment and Education Considerations for Students with Disabilities by Susan Zaff, Cindy Dobbs, and Marcia Scherer. That'll be from 1:45 to 5:30. Another presentation, Functional Features Hidden Inside Power Wheelchair Electronics by Jill Baldessari and Leah Barrett from 8:15 to noon. And the last highlight is Getting the Most of the Exhibit Hall, How to Ask for the Evidence, and that's by Stephen Spriegel from 4 to 5:30. There are many other options available. There is the possibility, if one of the presentations doesn't have a tremendous registration, that they may cancel that, but so far things are looking very good. Okay, let me get back on track here. Let's see. The AT Fundamentals course is a full 2 days. It's a pre-conference session that goes from Sunday to Monday, June 23rd and 24th. And it's a great tool to prepare yourself for the Assistive Technology Practitioner exam. And there is an extra fee for that, and it is open to all of the conferences. And again, it's great to give you that basic background for that ATP exam. The pre-conference workshops are Monday, June 24th, and there's over 20 presentations involved with that. Next slide, Julian. Okay. So we have a total of 36 workshops and symposium. On the website, when you look for that, there's the main workshop presentations. But if you scroll down to RESNA and click on the RESNA link, it will take you to the listing of workshops and symposium that we have. So the workshops are just from a solo presenter, one or two, while the symposium, we have a minimum of 3 presenters who are really experts and specialists who are delivering short addresses on a specific topic or related topics. So we have 36 of those in all, and it looks to be a real exciting content for you all. Next slide. Okay, I guess at this point we'd like to open it up to everybody with questions. We're going to limit this to 30 minutes or whenever the questions stop. And to ask your question, if you'll just use the chat mechanism, or raise your hand, and Julian will unmute you so that you can ask your question. Are there any questions at this time? Great. I'd like to remind everybody that this slideshow and the webinar will be posted on the RESNA website, so for your reference in case you missed something.